All right, so I'm gonna put on my gloves because I got yelled at before because I touched my face too much. So let me just get down to business today. How you doing today? It's just me. It's 3:17 p.m. as far as I know, and Rafi's probably getting ready for tonight's little jam session that he's gonna do for you guys. So yeah, I really can't stand the smell of this gloves, but I got to do what it is, to survive. And, you know how we do. We have to survive. The only reason I'm going on early today is because I want to talk about something that obviously everybody's going through right now. And maybe I can ease some people's minds. Maybe not. I mean, everybody's gonna think the way they're gonna think, and they're gonna look at research and examine it to their own benefits or whatever it is going to be, and it is what it is. That's how I see it. It is what it is. So my daughter's behind me right now. She's going to the kitchen. You can at least say hello to the people.
Hi.
Say it louder so they can hear you.
Who's there?
I don't know, but I don't know who's. I haven't gone to that page yet. There's one person watching right now. I don't know who that is. But anyway, hello everyone. Okay, let me get to my page so I can see this as I'm doing this, and I can chat or whatever it is. My computer is full, so I guess I'm gonna have to clean it out again. Okay, let's see. Can we click to enlarge? There we go. Okay, so I can see everybody. I'm doing a lot of mathematics, and I don't do a lot of mathematics and stuff. And I'm doing the research or whatever, and I'm wondering why. I guess the stream is kind of low. I have to fix that later, but I'm doing a lot of research, and today I checked out the worldometer, it's called, and apparently the coronavirus cases up to now in the United States, not the world, but the United States, is 116,448. Out of that, 1,943 died, and I don't want to diminish a person's life. I get it, you know what I mean? So, and using the word only, kind of defeats the purpose of me saying something like that. But at the end of the day, it's still a low number, and out of those cases that were active, 3,224 have recovered so far. So if you do the statistical math, 0.01% of the people who contract the coronavirus die. And I need also for everyone to remember that you don't die of corona, you die of whatever underlying problems that you have. Diabetes, high blood pressure, COPD, lung disorders, asthma, and pneumonia, stuff like that. It's akin to having HIV, where you have to take care of yourself because you have an autoimmune system deficiency as well. So you don't die of HIV or AIDS, you die of the underlying symptoms. So I don't want to compare it to that. Right now, those that are HIV positive don't even consider that anymore, because they've come up with obviously the cocktails for everybody to live long or whatever it is. So there are cases of HIV they don't even see the HIV sometimes, the white blood count. But putting that to the side, we're not there yet with the coronavirus or anything like that. I'm sure they're close to it. In fact, in my opinion, conspiracy theory is very simple. They have it. They're just delaying it for some reason. I don't know why. I was looking at the H1N1 statistics as well, and at the end of the day, 22 million people in the United States had H1N1, and there was about 7,000 deaths. So that's a little less than 0.01, I guess, whatever it is. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and he's doing good. He's in Arizona. He's self-quarantined as well. and he told me that some of his friends here in New York, especially at Rikers Island, they were for Rikers, that the majority of the people there have contracted coronavirus, and they never touched anybody. They follow protocol, the social distancing. They believe that there it's airborne. I guess that's just what they're saying. They're obviously probably not getting any answers to anything like that, but it is what it is. So I'm going to read just New York State alone, and it's important that everybody understand this. In New York State, there has been a total of 52,318 cases. New cases 6,056. Total deaths out of that is 728. And as of right now, the active cases are plus or minus 48,864. We can do the math, but it still comes out to the same thing. One comes out to 0.1%, 0.16% deaths, and 0.013% contagious. So, and I think it's right now, I don't know how effective. Hold on, let me see. About 22% have recovered. I think that number is wrong because reading some other statistics somewhere, I found that 91% of the people who contract coronavirus have recovered. So the reason I'm telling you this is because I'm not putting aside how serious this is, because this is very serious. For me to be self-quarantined, that's just ridiculous. Serious how I'm taking it seriously. The point that I'm trying to make is that if you allow this to take over your life, if you allow this to make you panic, it gets worse and worse, as you live. I read on Facebook that some people are just over it, that they're tired of it, they're so scared that they don't know how to handle things and stuff like that. They're going through panic attacks, and they're going through a lot of stuff, and they can't control things in the mind. You can't let this control you. You have to control it, and that means that you follow the protocols. Stay home. Only go out when you need to get something. Make sure your kids are home and they're not acting ridiculous by licking toilets or spitting on public transportation, bars, or whatever it is. Let me catch somebody on a bus doing that shit. I don't care if they're child or not. I'm gonna knock them the fuck out. Anyway, I want people to feel a little more at ease, and not because I'm putting this down as to say that this is not serious, but rather I learned from Stephen, what's his name? Stephen, the karate guy, in one of his movies, Hard to Kill. He puts down on the toilet seat, anticipation of death is worse than death itself. So if you allow this whole thing about getting sick and blah blah blah, it's worse because it's gonna make you feel lower, and then you know what? That affects your immune system. Your actual overall attitude affects your brain. Says fuck it, I'm giving up. Don't give up on this. Be strong with this. Think positive with this. Everything will come soon. It's gonna have to end at one point or another, and then there's gonna be a next something going around, whatever it is. I have my own conspiracy theories, but I'm not allowed to explain them because apparently when I brought it up in one of my videos with Ralphie, they shut me off on Facebook. They were thick, so I maybe hit a nerve. I know, I'm absolutely sure, and one of our fellow musicians said to me, or posted, with all the money in this world, with all the scientific knowledge in this world, how come this hasn't been in control as of a long time ago? And he's absolutely correct. I believe the government or someone has a cure for cancer, but Big Pharma is going to lose money if they do that. I believe, that there's vaccines for everybody, for everything, mostly, and there's one for this one. But You know, they're just waiting to come out with it. So I don't know. It's just weird. Please, people, my friends, I'm gonna cut this short. But please, 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 don't panic. Don't get scared. Go do what you gotta do. Go downstairs. And by the way, the plague of 1918, the best remedy for those people to recover, believe it or not, was the sun's rays and the fresh air. Don't know why, but I read that the sun's rays and the fresh air literally kill the bacteria that would cause this horrible thing to spread. I don't know how true it is either, but don't drink the Advil. Maybe that's just a campaign on Tylenol's behalf. Let me attack first, whatever it is, I don't know. There's always money behind stuff like that. I pray to God that everybody that I know, everybody that hears this, are taking the right precautions and are doing well. I extend my blessings and my prayers to those that do have this condition, and I hope and pray that the recovery rates, I think the recovery rates will go higher. I think that more people will, I think that the number of infected will go down. And I think that when we start taking care of ourselves, and I also believe, even though people fight with me, I also believe that this will go as fast as we can. You know what? When somebody said H1N1, I had totally forgotten about it. That's how this is going to be as well. In about a year or so, people are going to remember the quarantine. And about 5 years ago, they're going to be, oh yeah, you remember about 2020, whatever it is. So, God bless all. Maybe later I'll come out, but you know what? And I'll challenge Ralphie in some music. Maybe he'll call in. Everyone, please be safe and have a good day. Talk to you soon.